In the late 1990s, insurance companies refused to cover him, and directors wouldn't touch him. Robert Downey Jr. was widely considered a lost cause, a brilliant talent consumed by addiction. Fast forward a decade, and he became the face of the biggest film franchise in history. But how did a man facing a 5-year prison sentence reinvent himself to become the king of Hollywood? Robert's journey began with immense promise. By the age of 27, he received an Academy Award nomination for his portrayal of Charlie Chaplin. He was the golden boy of his generation. However, success masked a growing darkness. Between 1996 and 2001, his life became a cycle of arrests, court appearances, and failed rehab stints. At one point, he famously told a judge that his addiction was like having a loaded gun in his mouth, with his finger on the trigger. The industry eventually turned its back. He was fired from the hit show Ally McBeal and left with no prospects. This wasn't just a career slump. It was a total collapse of his public and private life. He was effectively blacklisted from major studios because he was simply too risky to insure. But the question remained, was there any way back from the edge? The road to recovery started with a simple, unexpected moment in 2003, involving a Burger King cheeseburger. After realizing he could no longer even taste the food he loved, Robert threw his drugs into the ocean and decided to change his life forever. This shift was supported by a new foundation. His future wife, Susan Levin, who insisted he remain completely sober if they were to be together. To stay grounded, he turned to martial arts, specifically Wing Chun, to find the mental discipline he had lacked for decades. It wasn't an overnight success. He had to work his way up from small roles, often with his salary withheld by studios until filming was safely complete. He was slowly rebuilding his reputation, one day at a time, proving he was reliable again. But the ultimate test was still ahead. The question was, could he ever reclaim his status as a leading man? In 2007, a struggling studio called Marvel was betting its entire future on a single character, Iron Man. Director Jon Favreau knew exactly who he wanted for the lead. He argued that Robert's personal history made him the perfect Tony Stark, a man also seeking redemption for his past. Marvel's executives were initially terrified. They had seen the headlines and the mugshots for years. Yet, Robert's screen test was so undeniable and charismatic that the studio finally relented. He didn't just play the character. He embodied him. When Iron Man premiered in 2008, it didn't just save Marvel, it redefined the modern superhero genre. Robert Downey Jr. was no longer a liability. He was a global icon and the highest-paid actor in the world. But what does a man do once he has reached the very top of the mountain for the second time? After a decade as the centerpiece of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Robert sought a new kind of impact. In 2019, he launched the Footprint Coalition, an organization dedicated to using advanced technology and robotics to clean up the planet. He transitioned from playing a fictional genius to funding real-world scientists and engineers. His career also came full circle artistically. In 2024, he won his first Academy Award for his performance in Oppenheimer, proving that his talent remained as sharp as ever. His story is more than just a Hollywood comeback. It is a testament to the power of personal responsibility and the possibility of reinvention against all odds. He showed the world that a person's worst chapters do not have to define their entire story. Today, he stands as a symbol of resilience. But the most important lesson is simple. It is never too late to start over. Robert Downey Jr.'s life reminds us that no matter how far we fall, a comeback is possible with discipline and support. If you enjoyed this look at one of Hollywood's most incredible transformations, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.